Hello, this is Fresh Prime, and today I'm going to virtual week to look at Godzilla Tokyo SOS. Yeah, the movie begins. This is a sequel to Godzilla against Mechagodzilla, making it the only sequel in the Millennium Era. Yeah, they almost made a sequel for 2000 by Sony. Mechagodzilla doesn't have a sequel, don't need a sequel, to be quite honest. Jim K hinting of there is a sequel. This is the only one with the sequel. That's really interesting. But yeah. Anyway, the movie plot likes this. Godzilla is still sleeping in the oceans. Meanwhile, Mechagodzilla or Kiryu is still repairing from the additional battle it has in the last movie. Suddenly, something happens in the airspace near everything. Mysterious objects flying around as a doll-faced suit. Then you hear singing. And soon it turns out to be Mothra. Yeah. As stated in the last video, this movie is in continuity with the original Mothra. So, yeah, of course Mothra has to show up. And this time, not just her and the Shobijin, but a returning human character. That's right. None other than the former Language, the Shinichi Chujo, is back and still played by Haruna Kazuni as his final Godzilla movie before his passing in 2015. Yeah, that's kind of sad, but hey, he's there. And we've seen things have changed since the original Mothra. Apparently he was married and had kids. Apparently he has a daughter and a grandson. And meanwhile, his brother Shinji has a son who is named Yoshi. Yeah. Dang, the original Mothra characters have... Yeah, and the reason why Mothra's there because the Shobijin was like, maybe Bill and Kiryu wasn't a good idea. You need to just give Kiryu away. Give the bones back to the sea. Yeah. That's what they actually plan to for Mothra. Thanks for that. Because we built a giant robot, so... Oh well. But you are wondering... Okay, so why you want to talk about Kiryu and... What about the characters in the last movie? That's okay. They went to the United States for a flight test, so we introduced two new flight crews. Very interesting choices. Yeah. And one of them is a jerk. Your stereotypical jerk character. And this one because because his father's in power, and yeah, you know that trope. So yeah. Then much later, as a sea creature, as a dead carcass of a monster as Shoto, that turns out to be Kabimus. Yeah, Kabimus's cameo is something interesting since Space Movie is also canon to in this timeline. Yeah. Let me explain why Kabimus is there. Because originally they wanted to use Angerus. Toa's like, nope. Then they thought to use original creatures. They say nope. Then they was jokingly, hey, how about Gamera? They say nope. Get Kabimus. Yeah, I know people will be extremely mad if Angerus was killed. And maybe extremely mad if Gamera was killed. And appear in a Toho movie. But anyway, he's just there. So it's kind of weird they picked Kabimus instead of Godzilla or Cominex. Anyway, soon more attacks appeared in the ocean. We saw a submarine been attacked, American submarine, I should say, been attacked, and soon Godzilla arrives in Tokyo. So the only way to stop him, since Kiryu is repairing and replacing the things and all that, Shun decided to use deaths similar to what Shusho did in the original Mothra, except in that movie Juju used pain in the airway in Relisco, which is, you gotta question, if the original Mothra is in this continuity, what happened to Relisco during this time? He never explains, but anyway, soon Mothra did show up, and she and Godzilla fight. Very brutally fight. And yeah, Godzilla destroys everything. And decided he bits Mothra's leg off. Then Mothra used her scales attack on him, which Chuchu somehow knew about the special Texas Sprite. That the character never actually saw it in the original movie. Matter of fact, if Mothra versus Godzilla was canon to the Kiryu saga, then the character would be the guy, the scientist from that movie, and say, yeah, I saw that in 1964. But instead, it's Chuchu. He never saw that attack in the original Mothra. All we have seen her in that original movie, she came out of the cocoon, flies off, and destroys stuff. Never knows about this attack. Maybe she learns it post Mothra. But yeah. But anyway, soon as Godzilla destroys everything, even destroying the Tokyo Tower for the first time ever, Yeah. Since Mothra destroyed it, Kong and Mechanicon destroy it, King Ghidorah destroy it, Gals from the Heisei trilogy of Gamma films destroy it, and I believe there's others that destroy the tower, but this is the first time ever Godzilla destroyed it. Soon as they realize, yeah, that's really Kiryu. Again, Kiryu was fully repaired. And then he fought Godzilla very viciously. And then until he uses some breath and damaged Kiryu's eye and all that. And meanwhile, as Chushu was on his way, he found his uncle and his nephew, and they went to there, and he decided to go to repair Kiryu. So he did. But, and by a side thing, Mothra's larve came out, and there were two. One of them is male. Yeah. And they fought Godzilla, and they saw their mother die in the hands of Godzilla. The eyes changed from blue to red, and they went viciously against Godzilla. And then soon Juju did found Mechagodzilla after the fighting under the ground. The Shobijin did use their telekinesis to remove a repairing bag, and he found them, and he kind of did repair it. So Mechagodzilla was back in action, and Godzilla fought Mechagodzilla again, and even used a drill out of his hand, and then used the replacement for the F-Zero cannon, the Hyper Maser Blaster thingy in the chest. There's 3 Maser cannons in there, and it really hurts Godzilla. Even use a brand. Soon as Godzilla was driving down, the Mothra larvae used their silk to capture Godzilla. Soon they fought. This is the end. The Shobijin, in a spirit's voice, you hear music and all that. They played for everything, so they thought they could scrap it. But unfortunately, Kiryu came back from reawakening and decided to do the one thing. He grabs Godzilla and went down the sea. Juju was free after Godzilla did have a breath from one of the doors, and Mechagodzilla went to the sea with Godzilla, and that was it. Also, there was an end credit scene featuring DNA that was never been used, never been seen or heard from again. Except there's a what could have been a lot of mechas, even a mecha Rodan. Yeah, that's pretty much it for Godzilla Tokyo SOS. Overall, it is a pretty good movie, but it is not one of the best movies ever made. Compare that to the original Against Mechagodzilla. Against Mechagodzilla is more interesting than this movie. Yeah, adding Mothra doesn't help in the slightest because it's a movie that really tries to bring in the fact that there is that you add Mothra into a Mechagodzilla movie, and it shows that it was other characters in the movie. See if it was one of the Garganturas, or then you could bring back West Chatelain, and that would be weirder. Or Baragon back for some weird reason. Again, Mothra feels weird. Again, I know GMK, she was not supposed to be in this movie, but Annie Mothra's kind of feels out of place. Or it could be in place since the original Mothra was very different from the original Godzilla. Yeah. But adding Chucho was very weird to say. Granted, they want to bring in a character from the original Mothra in, but I know since Frederick Cohen was not with us during this movie, so you can't bring him. They could easily bring one of the characters back, but nope. Again, it's kind of feel weird. It would be better if it was, you bring Chucho, but you could also bring one of the original characters from the original Godzilla movie. Yeah, and the only one that's still alive was Akira Toriyama. So you can have that scene as like this personal scene to have two characters who appear in two different movies. And it's like, be really dark and emotional. It's like, unless they didn't do that. Again, it would be really awesome to have the original Godzilla, one of the characters from the original Godzilla movie, saying, yeah, Godzilla did something bad in our past. The original Godzilla did something, but Sarasara did sacrifice himself. Unlike the original, saying, but Mothra rescued their fairies and from everything and all that. And yeah. Thing that can, which is really interesting, but yeah, instead we do have a personal scene with two actors, but instead we have was really interesting. But yeah, that's pretty much it for Godzilla against Mechagodzilla. Except that Kiryu got this new attachment arm and has silver instead of a new additional color. Godzilla has a scar for some weird reason. Mothra is a new prop. Her larve is a new prop. Shobijin were there. And they have a new version of the... Pretty much it for them. But next week on Kaiju Thursday... Oh dear God, next week's is very interesting. Well, Godzilla and Mothra will be back. But with everyone else. Yeah. Yeah, we're talking about the one that divides everyone. The one that is the 50th anniversary. And this one is also the finale of the Millennium Era. This one. We are talking about Godzilla Final Wars. Yeah. And next week